Well, hello there. Fancy seeing you around this YouTube. You notice anything different about me? Anything different in appearance? Maybe something hairy directly under my nose? Not something white, just hairy. No, it's, I shaved a mustache out of boredom and for the sake of variety for the viewers. I don't know, maybe it makes it feel like the episodes are more diverse than they actually are. We're calling this content now. And no, holy shit. This is not, I think I killed the albino cathound, didn't I? Yeah, these fuckers are done. We're not doing that shit. Why is it? Bruh. Dude, if I fight this dude, like... Hold on, sorry. We had a mini aneurysm about the cathounds previously. God, whoa. Dude, Zalbar, dude, Zalbar. Yo, okay, never mind. All right, I guess we're doing this again. Right when I think I'm out, they pull me right back in, huh? Can we just spam flurry, please? Or I'll heal. I don't know. It honestly feels like until you get to Master Flurry, it's almost useless. Just go for this. Go for this asshole. Just go for this asshole. Please. Is there a rule that you can't listen to me? Well, at least we can measure our progress against this cathound, at the very least, because this fight has gone clearly much better. Look at all the misses. The evasiveness of this cathound was something else. But at least we can tell how much stronger we are using the cathound as a point of reference. But anyways, back to my mustache. I don't plan on actually rocking this in any real way. Feats. Oh my god, please. What level do I have to be? Yes. Oh, Master Flurry! Alright, Master Flurry, there we go. -4, -2. No, hell yeah, we're doing Master Flurry. And we're doing... I need 15 to get Master Speed. I need Force Aura, man, because this shit, like, I can't have defense drops. Because the defense rolls, like, you roll your defense against somebody else's defense. I've said this over and over and over, but minimizing those bad defense rolls is, like, one of the most important things, I feel, into making this build stupid, so. But everybody said double lightsabers are busted, so there you go. Anyways, returning to the core point, which is mustaches. These guys are all dead. They've been dead. This is where we did the Joker thing over here. It's weird how you can be in an area so long and then like look at the quests that have gone on in said area and been like, dang, I have spent a lot of time in this game so far. Also, the girls from the other quest. Oh my god, Master Flurry. Oh, god, it's so satisfying when it does miss. Ah, it's so nice. So awesome. No, this is going to make the game so much easier now that we have Master Flurry. But yeah, I think the couple ran off to where the weird like symbols were or whatever. The Ancient Grove, I guess. I think that's where they went, so I'm sure we'll be able to resolve that side quest by going in that direction. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I should also probably queue Night Speed over here.
So be it.
Jesus Christ, ignore them. Ignore them. All right, let's Master Flurry in action. Night Speed.
There.
Now I shouldn't. Yeah, okay, well, wonderful. At least I'm actually faster too. This is actually nice just to use in the overworld, you know, just to be able to get from point A to point B. And also your party members like stick on your butt, so it doesn't like make anything useless. So is this the ancient grove right here? This isn't the temple. You know. This isn't the temple right here. I know what he was talking about. There's that one part. Is there some way to get to like a larger map? Path north. It's got to be just on the path north. But I remember where we're supposed to go. But yeah, I've had a mustache a couple times in my life, and all of those times were briefly intentionally. So I don't know. I think sometimes you watch like old movies or like, especially like, I don't know, what's that movie, The Aviator, where like all the dudes from the 50s always have mustaches, you know? And Matali grounds, we have to go through here, I guess. Path north. Yeah, whatever, just killed these mobs. Just do anything. Just literally do anything. Just do anything.
You shall fall.
Master Flurry, please. Yeah, we're getting a little strong for this area. Let it go, man. I feel like my party just wants to get in fights here. Like, Zalbar is just like, fuck those bitches over there, and just kills all of them, you know? It's just ridiculous. There you go. Night Speed, too strong. It lasts forever, too. Cassis's diary. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Did he get killed? Called the Rack. Oh, Cassis is the brother that made the one dude go crazy. Ugh, I was stuck on Zalbar for a second. But yeah, I've had mustaches a couple times. None of the times were particularly prideful. I think I did it in college. Like, I was talking about this not too long ago, but Stranger Ends. Oh, okay, just go from here. I had it in college, and I think I had just... Okay, whatever. I think I had just decided to do it because I couldn't actually grow out my beard. It's like a mustache is doable when this area, like the in-between area in your face, can't grow hair. And I honestly rocked the thing that I've had for a while just because, like, because I always shave it right here and leave the sides and the mustache just because that's what I used to do. And I feel like it looks pretty good for people who can't get their beards to connect. I mean, you know what I'm talking about out there. First world beard problems. God, Night Speed works forever, man.
I'm here.
Cast Night Speed. And cast Aura. Yeah, Max Aura. Okay, wow, it's... Alright, well. But yeah, it's, beard problems are beard problems. He said Mulira. That is a word in the alien speak, so how do I not understand this guy? Oh, he's trying to communicate. You sure that's not you sure that's not Wookiee? It sounded pretty close. Maybe it's like Portuguese to Spanish?
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect. The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand. I recognize this language as well. It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manan. But why would a droid on Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath?
The past was built by slaves.
It must be referring to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malak likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins.
Yikes. At project completion, all slaves were executed. Everybody got fired right off that team real quick. They don't really keep you in the company in the Sith Empire, do they?
Ten revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself.
The old ass Republic is what he's from. Oh, this robot does not know what the Starforge is. It is simply every mega weapon ever, apparently. Or, you know, as we think so far.
The droid is obviously not programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Starforge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Or in fact, it could be anything. Maybe. That might explain how the Sith...
It's good that you bring Basila on this one, right?
But I suspect the Starforge is more powerful than a mere factory. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else.
Who are the builders? And where's my mouse?
These builders must have been an extinct people. Though it is strange, there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy...
It is interesting to think about, even in modern times, what happened in pre-recorded history, you know?
...in the galaxy, but they never constructed an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
Well, the Selkath weren't the builders because the Selkath were one of the slave races, as is why the robot would have been able to speak their language, because he was designed to interact with slaves. The builders are the builders. See, you notice how Knights of the Old Republic here is not just rehashing, trying to like resurrect Palpatine or be like the Dark Lord of the Empire, the Dark Lord resurrected was the bad guy. Like, they're confident to go in their own direction with this, which is what I respect massively about BioWare in general, or at least classic BioWare. Instead of all this nonsense with this new Star Wars movie where, you know, again, Abrams has the challenge of trying to make everything cohesive, but I feel like the weakest part of the new movies is that they proved that they couldn't stand on their own 2 feet without constantly borrowing or straight up ripping off the original trilogy. So I think that's probably Cassis right there.
The droid must be talking about poor Nemo.
Oh, and it was Nemo. Damn it. I knew Urian was not that good this season. You can only make your Aegis setups too good. You can't get carried by Aegis the whole game if your neutral is bad. Rest in peace, Nemo. You never did anti-air ever. And it didn't really mean anything until now.
Revan and Malik unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Starforge. Now Malik is using the Starforge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Starforge.
Yay. Hey, everybody else got a level. Zalbar. Treat injury. Demolitions. Demolitions. And then Bastila, treat injury, awareness, powers. This is a stun, right? Oh, Force Valor? Yeah, Force Valor, good. All the buffs are good. All the light side buffs are good.
Sure.
I would think my night speed. Here we go. There's Force Aura. Can we fight some dudes, man? Let's see what's beyond this door, and maybe we can get into the topic, which surprisingly is not mustaches. Oh, this is the front door, bro. Dang, my buffs were off when I leave the room? Come now. Come now, good sir. Probably also want to save here. Here lies Nemo. He was bad in the Mika matchup. Oh, a Jedi Knight robe. Alright. I got a new lightsaber crystal. Oh, we can honor good Nemo by going through here. Guardian droid, sweet. We get to fight something other than cat hounds and Mandalorians. Let's get it. Fight me. Oh my god, I did no damage. Oh my god, I'm frozen. More turns.
You shall fall.
God dang, man.
There.
What is this Guardian? I guess if he's just gonna keep CCing me, I should just keep healing, right? I feel like he removed my buff too, right? Force Valor doesn't last that long, I guess. Nice. Shh, not that strong. Hello, can I loot you? No, not yet. The computer emits a rapid sequence of tones. You hear one of the tones softly. A small data receptacle opens from the machine. Insert your data pad. Data interpretation complete. Language analysis complete. Identify the 3 primary death-giving seed world types. Death-giving world types. Barren, volcanic, and desert. Planetary type conducive to death-breaking death seal. Was that good? Well, I guess I passed the test. They wanted to know about some death. That's about as much as I knew. List your favorite Joaquin Phoenix movies, said the ancient builders. before they designed their, you know, puzzles and whatever. Oh, does force R a stack, by the way? Night Valor.
Sure.
Now I'm crazy powerful. I should be ridiculous. And I'll probably just get frozen over and over. And I'll be forced to just sit here and heal. Okay, well, that's great. Just spam Master Flurry, then do power attack. I guess I should be using... Yeah, see, look how many... my defense is so low now, I'm never going to be able to hit him. There's got to be like an order or something I can do. Yeah, now Zalbar is getting it. Let me just do regular attacks. Until my defense comes back. Does it tell... I wish it said, like, if my defense was lowered in a turn, right? Because it says for, like, seconds or whatever, so I guess it's not even in the turn order. It's just... It just is for an amount of time. Life-giving seed world types. Grassland, oceanic, and arboreal. Cool. I mean, that seems pretty straightforward. Droid motion sensors and light plating and some good stuff, huh? Sounds nice. The ancient droid. I feel like I did those things right. I feel like I've solved the puzzle. What worlds are bad? What worlds are good? What worlds would people wearing black cloaks go to? I wonder if this is a boss fight or something. Oh no, this is the thing that Revan and them saw before I RP walked in here. Ooh la la. It's the little orb thing from Assassin's Creed.
Found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began. This is a map, some sort of intergalactic navigational chart. Revan and Malak must have used this to lead them to the Starforge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves, but we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found. I don't know, but Revan and Malak were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Council can tell us more, but I think this map might be the key to finding the Starforge, whatever it is. See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world. And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk, and Tatooine, and here's Manan. But there are pieces missing. Incomplete hyperspace coordinates, corrupted data, and there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Starforge itself might be. I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Starforge, but I know that Revan and Malak visited Korriban at least once.
Everybody goes to Korriban at least once. You gotta go to Korriban at least once before you die.
Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the
I like Morban a little bit more, but you know, Korriban's good too. It's just so crowded there now. Used to be a cool place where you could just go hang out with a bunch of Sith. You know, everybody there was real chill, and it was generally a great time a couple years ago to just go to Korriban and, you know, find out who you really are. But now it's just so populated, and it's, you know, it's so expensive to live on Korriban now. And I mean, oh God, hyperdrive fuel is like so crazy. And there's, you know, they have all the problems with the earthquakes and the desert environment. I mean, people weren't supposed to live there, and then everybody just decided, oh, I have to live. I'm a Sith. I have to live on Korriban now. That's where all the cool Sith live, you know, on the evil red planet. Oh my God, you know. And then, you know, everybody moves out there, and then it's not that cool anymore. So, I think Moorband is good right now, but when Moorband, you know, all those places in the outer worlds, in the outer reaches are going to be, they're not the place to kind of, you know, start up a family or, you know, lay your seeds, because it's just it's so overpopulated and they have so many issues out there as it is. So I wouldn't hold to it. Of course, I'm joking, because Moorband and Korriban are the same world. Actually, this is some Star Wars lore for you. Korriban is the canonical home of the Sith, where the Sith Empire, the original Sith Empire, was started, and where the Sith temples are, the ones that are the same as the Jedi temples, like here on Dantooine, where the Jedi Academy was. But for the current continuity, they decided to rename Korriban into Moorband because they thought Korriban would confuse people because it sounded like Coruscant, which was a very common planet in a lot of the prequel movies. So, I mean, that makes sense. As long as it's the same place and they kind of acknowledge the original name too, then that's fine. This guy, you gotta love how expensive some of the things are in here. I want to know what are the best armors, right? Because the Cassis Fett battle armor seems really good, right? And what can I sell here too? I should probably, before I leave this world, I should probably make sure to sell all my crap, because I'm pretty sure the Cassis Fett armor is like one of the better ones, and I'd like to...
Have you found the Mandalorian raiders yet? Good. But now that you've killed some of them, they won't stop until you've defeated their leader. You must... Thank you.
I gotta kill that one asshole, huh? What are these settlers up to?
Please do not disturb me.
I don't understand why the Jedi Council are
Blah,
hiding
blah,
here.
blah. Cockney
Shouldn't they be
accents in
helping the
space. Here we go.
Republic?
I feel like I already talked to you. I wonder, I mean, they weren't in the temple, obviously, but I wonder where those other people were. I feel like I kind of want to see some of these side
Hello.
quests through.
I'm afraid I'm not very good at explaining things.
How may I be of a...
Poor Nemo. He used to stand here and talk about Aegis Reflector. Something on your mind, Bastila?
How can I help? Dantooine is a peaceful and pastoral planet.
I know.
No, not bothering you. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us.
And
There
do
is a bond
tell.
between us.
Have you noticed my mustache, by the way?
I can feel it. As
Of
I'm
course
sure
you
can.
have.
The nature of that bond and its
Everybody
effect on our
does.
mission remain in question. Necessary, perhaps, but it is no guarantee of our success. I admit.
I played Super Seducer recently, so I should be key in applying some of my newfound skills into seducing
I
Bastila.
know very little about you. I'd like to ask
As
you
long
some
as
questions
Zalbar doesn't
about
stand
you.
literally directly in between us.
I was referring to the bond we share, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. If I was actually interested in you, rest assured I could come up with a much better approach than this.
Not better than my approach. You need to start with that Strawberry Fields game real quick, baby. You know, ask me how many strawberries I would eat. That's my sexual appetite. I would eat 3 strawberries. Spoilers.
Touched a nerve? No. Getting on my nerves? Most definitely. I suppose this is what you men consider being witty. Now you're going to answer my question.
Men are the only ones who joke. Women do not joke. Women do serious. Serious is women.
Don't worry, these are simple questions. Nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have? Good. On which planet were you born? I see you intend to be childish about this. I guess I won't get anywhere continuing our discussion right now, will I? I suppose I'll just have to speak to you again later. Hopefully you'll behave a little less like a little boy and...
A little boy. I was just clowning around. Come on. Come now, Bastila. I'm not trying to answer these Quizlet questions right now, you know? I'm trying to enjoy my time on Dantooine. This is the prime of my life. I'm just a young Padawan running around with my lightsaber, learning about space maps and stuff. None of my friends are dead. I haven't killed my master yet or been killed by my master. Things are pretty good. I'm on a grassy planet with lots of other hot Jedi babes that are, you know, sworn to not engage in relationships, but you know that almost all of them do. I mean, just look at the movies, right? I mean, it just seems like it's literally token. They're like, a Jedi must never do the thing that they always do. Fall in love, act out of anger,
young Padawan. Have you discovered what it was?
steal other people's cable television access. What?
This news of a Starforge is disturbing. Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Starforge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Or you could just forget about it. I'm sure it's
We
nothing.
will summon you when we are done.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
You have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Starforge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Starforge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Starforge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
I don't know, it could just be something that builds stars. Why are stars bad? I know we, you know, wage wars over them in this universe, but is something that you wage a war over inherently bad? It seems like y'all are just jelly that they found the Starforge first. Maybe you wanted a couple stars, but you didn't have any way of getting them. And then you got all pissy when Revan and Malak were like, yo, more stars for us. Not Yoda was over here. He was trying to get his girlfriend something for her birthday, and he was trying to surprise her because he had done a real good job last year. And then they were always spending time outdoors, and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna get him a star. I'm gonna get her a star for her birthday. And then Revan was like, yo, over looking at Malak over his shoulder, just like, should we tell him about the thing that makes stars? And they're like, nah, dog, we're gonna keep all the stars for us, dude. Orion, that's like 7 stars right there, man. We're trying to make all of these constellations. How are we going to get all these, you know, outer rim babes without, you know, pointing up in the sky and saying, hey, baby, you see all those glowing dots in the sky? I made them with what, you may ask? With my Starforge that I found. That is definitely not an evil weapon. Anyways, what's your name? Sorry for the lame joke. I am ready to do whatever.
The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war.
I'm just looking at his face, just being like, oh, her birthday could have gone so much better if I could have gotten that star.
Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you,
she's like,
surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith.
Why did I have to date a Cancer?
what is the bad sign? I can't remember what the bad sign is. As with most guys, I don't really care about people's sign, but there's one that's bad, and I feel like it's the November one that's bad. It's not Aries, it's not Cancer, it's not Taurus, it's not Pisces. I don't know. Whatever the November one is.
He's like, I wish my girlfriend didn't care about this stupid sign crap. I could have just bought her a new mattress and gotten over it. Milik, they're gonna use the Starforge to kill everybody. So get that and bring it here within the next week. You know, so I can save some face, please.
Jeez. All right, I'll let that one die. for everyone's sake.
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith. But it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you. For there is
It's like, they're like, yeah, who do we even send you on this quest with? It's like, well, I don't know, maybe the 4 or 6 bums that I've been feeding and taking care of and housing for the last, I don't know how many number of days or weeks. Yeah, I mean, I guess they'll have to come with me considering they can't fend for themselves and they're all super needy and are really like fiending for attention at all times. Look at Zalbar over here. He's like, why doesn't anybody include me in these conversations? Why aren't there any Wookiee Jedi? He looks so sad. He's like, why does nobody talk to me? I just want to be a part of the group.
Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears.
Just say you're doing, you know, Jedi stuff, like lifting doors without touching them, and trying to convince people to let you into bars. Stuff like that. By waving your hand unsuccessfully.
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
The challenge. Like my evil Yoda voice. Darkness. That's what the Sith Yodas sound like. Hello, it is me, Darth Small Skin Guy. Darth Green, it's me, Darth Shrek. God, I am not, God, you know, I feel like I'm not that funny of a person, but sometimes I kind of get into my rhythm and then I'm pretty good at keeping people laughing, but today is just not one of those days. Oh, goodness. Jeez Louise. Sola? Oh, I'm not into Pizak, dude. Actually, I might be into Pizak. Maybe one of these days.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done if I had lost him. Oh, we're just gonna go right. Don't worry.
Please kill me.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Death was preferable. Death was preferable. Hold on. How can I do this? Hold on. Wait. How do I line this up? If I did thumbnails like this is what I would use. Just being like, seeing the guy, seeing CB42 walk through. I'm sorry, boss. She's been really giving you those late night hours, huh? Oh, look, it's Rahasia and Shen.
Rahasia and I cannot thank you enough for what you have done for us. Now we will finally have a place to share our love, without fear of reprisals from our families. We will stay here for the next little while. We're still hoping our parents will learn to set aside their... If they do not, well, perhaps we will travel to Coruscant or...
Good luck to you both.
Nice.
I'm sorry we have nothing of value to give you as a reward. The Council will let us stay here as long...
Y'all getting married?
Sorry. We're waiting before the ceremony.
Aw. Interracial love in space. Your kids will have interesting hair. May the Force be with you. It's interesting how they're like, this is like the room for all the side quest people to like chill in, and this guy who's like, can somebody play cards with me? The robot from the other side quest walks in, he's like, yes, anything so I can stop having sex with this crazy lady. I'm a robot. I don't get sensation there. I'm not programmed. It's just confusing and upsetting to me. I wish for death every night. Is there anything I can do in here before I leave? Can I? Oh, this guy left. Ooh, the workbench, right? I can upgrade my, my lightsaber. Dual-bladed lightsaber. And put the robot in there and the sigil in the other one. Nice. Real strong lightsaber now. All those attack bonuses, yum yum. Yum yum in my tum tum. Well, we do have a topic we have to get to, and we have to settle things with that asshole, the frickin' Mandalorian Raider guy, who just wants to shit on everyone's parades, doesn't he? So we might go a little bit long today, just for funsies and just because we can. And I think that's the only side quest left in Dantooine. I think we've literally done everything else otherwise, which I'm sure all the viewers are ready for, because good God, we've been stuck on this freaking planet for, I think, like 4 or 5 episodes, literally. So, yeah, let's go find, I guess we can do, did we ever do, we didn't ever walk around here and do a topic, so I think we'll probably get into it now. The topic of the day, actually, you know what, we'll go hang out with our friend Alan over here. Alan Wake from A-Wake. It was an interesting game, horror game, that was thinking it was being really clever by making the protagonist's name A-Wake when the first name is an initial. I didn't even realize this was a nice little creek over here. I guess we'll walk along this. But yeah, today's topic is going to be stress. Again, as was said in the last episode, this isn't really something that I've been thinking about a lot in the last couple days, but it was something that I felt like I had something to say within the last couple weeks where all these topics have come up from. So I wanted to just get into it because it was relevant. So yeah, the topic is stress. So I think, you know, my uncle, who is the reason why I do this show, passed away in a very literal sense from stress. He had a stressful job. He was a mechanic at a major airline, or several major airlines, for 20 or 30 years, a lead mechanic, so he was always in charge of the literal well-being of every single person who flies in an aircraft. He was an individual who was prone to stress. He lived a lot of his life feeling like he was in the shadow of his dad, my grandfather, who was, you know, a very, if you can imagine, like those typical, you know, Vietnam, Korean War, like World War II kind of white dudes that you know are like, have like Navy. I think he literally had like an anchor tattoo on his arm for a little while. My grandfather did. If you can imagine somebody like that, that was my grandfather. My uncle Gene wanted to be like him a lot, and he was stressed about his job. He was always trying to be as good as his dad, and he had a very difficult relationship with his wife for as long as I've been alive. So, you know, again, about almost 30 years, he had a difficult relationship with his wife for a variety of reasons that I don't care to get into. But these were all stress compilers for him. Everywhere he went in his life, he was stressed beyond his ability to cope with. And so he self-medicated because he couldn't find any kind of release from his stress and his difficulties. And, you know, lots of people medicate in different ways, and a common one, unfortunately, is smoking. He became a smoker. He became, you know, very, I guess, addicted to smoking, and it killed him. He died of a heart attack from an enlarged heart that was directly caused by his constant smoking. He had gone, you know, he had tried to quit several times throughout his life, gone on the patch, all that stuff, but it never stuck. And he would get extremely defensive when someone would try to get him to stop, and it killed him. And I know for sure he loved his family. Like, he loved Cameron and Trevor deeply, and Andy and his wife, and he would have done anything to stay around. And I know if he could understand that he was that close to dying, like, he would have backed off. But, or maybe he wouldn't have. I don't know. It's tough to say when somebody's so used to being overwhelmed by life that, you know, and being stuck on just trying to cope all the time. But when you are that stressed, it can kill you, literally. And I think the stress would literally kill you. Killed him if the smoking hadn't. I mean, he did smoking because he was stressed, but you hear stories all the time about people, rats randomly dying from like sleep deprivation, and people just getting random health problems because they don't sleep or they don't relax and they don't do whatever, and it takes years off your life. Your hair goes gray, you start getting wrinkles, and those are like the literal signs of like your body dehydrating and not being able to like maintain itself anymore. You're like aging yourself prematurely. So I think it's paramount that everyone live outside of a maximum stress, because if you do, you self-medicate, you get into these addiction problems, and then you don't solve anything. You need to, I think if Jean had, I don't know, gotten a divorce, or, even you found a different job, done something, taken some of that stress off of his overall plate of stress, he would still be here at some point, And even if he had, gotten paid less, I think his kids wouldn't have cared, because they understood how stressed their dad was all the time. And of course, if you care about somebody, you want them to be happier, and be able to manage their stress. The other shitty thing about being stressed all the time is that when you are that stressed, it's contagious. When you're around somebody who's stressed nonstop, or, they wake up in the morning and they're like panicking, they go home and they're panicking, they're inconsolable, you can't talk to them frequently, it's contagious. It starts making other people panic, especially the people that care about them the most. And I know this happened to my cousins, where you feel like you're just like, you can't help somebody, they're spiraling or they're freaking out, and then you start freaking out because maybe you think it's something that you did, and it's contagious, So, another reason to manage your stress. And I think for me, like I run into things that stress me out at work. Like I get big tasks that are like feel unapproachable and unreasonable, and I get stressed because I don't know how I'm going to fix them. I don't know how I'm going to approach them. You get stressed because you feel like often it feels like an overwhelming workload, or you have no idea how to approach a problem. That is what stresses me out. And what I've been doing recently to be able to minimize that, and the effect I hope that Jean would have been able to, was to make despite the fact that I'm a pretty messy person, I'm a notorious note taker. So I make like lists of things I have to get done in a day. I like making charts and tiers, and I like organizing my thoughts, even if like physically nothing I ever own is organized. I like to try to keep my brain organized and the things I want to do organized. So I've been making like a stress chart, right? Where I'll take like whatever the things I know are stressing me out. Like, I'll give an example. So there was we have this llama on the Digital Academy website that's kind of like an inside joke, kind of fun thing to add some flavor to our learning tool that I work on. And we had this big task called Llamaversary, which was this gamification of the whole website. And every year for the website's anniversary, or the web app's anniversary, we would like change the whole web page, similar to like how Slack did that 90s overlay not that long ago, and a couple other like companies, websites did things for April Fools and fun stuff. I think Google and Yahoo do things as well, but we wanted to do this big overhaul, and last year we had done Star Wars because all of our sprints were named after Star Wars, and this year they were named after video games, and I wanted to make a video game version of the site. So they gave me like, 2 sprints or something to work on it, and I kind of came up with like an MVP, like minimum viable product for what this thing would be. And it still ended up being like crazy complex given how complex our site is. And it was kind of like this role-playing game where you'd go throughout the website and talk to people, get items and do stuff. It was kind of similar to this, I guess. And I didn't get it out on time. I worked my balls off on it for 2 weeks, I think even a month. I think we ended up because we had 2 sprints, right? So about a month. And it wasn't ready. There were too many bugs. I didn't get like its own test build. So, when things go live up on the server, they can end up being a lot funkier than they would be in your local development environment. And I didn't get all this done. And, the team wasn't worried because they're like, we don't kill ourselves for self-constructed deadlines for things like this. And they would have only assigned it if I had didn't have anything else on my plate. But then later, it kept getting pushed back. It was like, all right, well, we'll do it for the, for the end of the year. We'll do it for the holidays, or we'll do it for next year's April Fools. And it became this like task that I was terrified of approaching, because I'd burned myself out on it. I'd gotten so stressed, and it was like this clump of stress that was always like approaching, right? That was like, oh my God, I got to like fix Slammiversary. And I'd come back having, distanced myself from the elephant, and I'm looking at it more objectively, and I'm like, okay, this part of the experience isn't that fun. I need to rebuild this. I need to redesign this. And it just felt like this monolith. And then when that would be on top of like relationship things or things with my family or health things, it would be like my stress would just be crazy, So I know I'm rambling a little bit, but I created this stress chart where I was like, my stress from this Slammiversary task is a 10. My stress with this, relationship thing is like a 3. And then there's like a couple 1s and 2s down there, right? I'd look at the task, and then I would break it down into as granular as I could do it. Kind of like if you think of like agile, agile is a concept in software development where they break things down, like they break development down into like usually 2-week sprints, where you develop a small feature, like a individually shippable feature, and then put that out. And it allows you to kind of keep things very like step to step in mind and in time and point appropriation. Because basically you'd say like, I have a 10-point sprint, and I think this task, 10 point being like a point for every day, in a 2-week sprint, like 5 work days in both weeks, typically on a normal schedule. But regardless, I basically broke everything down into these granular chunks, so I could say, if I'm working on Slammiversary and there are these massive concept chunks that I know I'm going to need at least a sprint to do, I know I can only do a subsect of this. And I'm not like stressing about this imaginary creature of I need to get all this done. I'm able to like look at the problem more objectively and not be afraid of the shadows, right? So for me, and maybe this is just because of the stressors in my life, I was able to reduce that stress by just controlling what I could control, because I knew on some level that the task was too big. It was stressing me out. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to look at the whole task. And luckily I'm in a team where this is possible. I'm going to suggest a new way of going about development for this task. I will work on it in smaller chunks over a longer amount of time. We will get our own test build out so that all the other developers can use it and we can find the actual bugs in it. And I will know that when it goes live, it'll be something that everybody wants to use. And then they were like, we got to get on because we got to upgrade our framework and we got to get onto all of our new AWS stuff on the back end. So we'll get to it when we get to it, regardless. So hopefully we actually get to develop things in that sense as well. But that's how I minimized my stress. And I think everybody should take that approach to minimizing a maximal amount of stress. Take the things that are stressing you into granular, approachable bites, because these big stress chunks are not approachable, and you need to be able to think of them in what is doable and what is achievable and what is controllable, so that you don't get stressed about the things that you need to just accept, the parts of a problem that you need to just accept as being what they are. The flip side to this whole conversation is that often being stressed, having a small amount of stress or a reasonable amount of stress, is a good thing depending on what the stress is. Again, I'll use my work as an example. So I got a task maybe a month ago about putting out a badge email, right? Because we have this achievement system in our website where we give people badges for doing different things in the app. And I needed to make an email to be able to do that. It wasn't a huge task. One of the things I worked on throughout the sprint, but I needed to make this email, and I also needed to do some things on our backend that we hadn't really done before in the app to achieve that. And then send out this email with all this stuff, and that wasn't so bad, right? But I had to work with the Mongo aggregation framework, which Mongo aggregates are like pipelines. Basically, it's like a database pipeline where you can tell like your database to do like different things in different steps, and it can prevent you from. It's a lot faster than doing everything in JavaScript, and it can also allow you to like take data from separate collections and use them in ways. It's really cool. It's really useful too, and it helps when like you need the data you need is in different pieces and is related in different ways between different collections. But I'd never used it before, and I had a deadline and I needed to get it done. And I was stressed about it, but it was a good stress because the stress was forcing me to grow. It was forcing me. I'm losing my focus here a little bit. Both literally. Oh, there we go. No, I'm not fuzzy. I hit that glare in the game and then I blurred out. The stress was good because it allowed me to grow a little bit, and it allowed me to learn something new. It challenged me to push my limits. And ultimately, I got the test done and I learned something new and I felt comfortable that I had grown. And, everybody in their work experience wants their time to be valuable. And sometimes you work on things and you feel like I'm not improving. I'm not being asked to like do anything new. And that's the stuff where you're like, you know what? I want to be stressed because I want to learn. You should have a minimum amount of stress because when you don't, you stagnate. Everybody moves past you. You don't grow as an individual, meaning you don't get all the benefits of growth, which I guess we'll cover in another episode, but I guess in short they would be, a greater understanding of people, greater understanding of things. The more you understand, the more empathetic you are, the more capable you are. So just growth in general is a virtue. The more places you can go, the more goods and values and peoples you can gain from and interact with. And you should want to grow because, what do people complain about when they have like midlife crises and stuff? They feel like they're not growing anymore. They feel like they're just sitting in the same situation they've always been in, that, life is kind of closed. They got their wife, they got their job, they got their kids, and that they're not learning anything. They're not growing. They're not being challenged. So I think on a minimal level, you should be stressed. You watch artists that don't push themselves, that aren't challenged, that aren't around other people. It can happen a lot when you're. I guess an easy example would be like, I'll just say artists that aren't in like art circles and they're not watching other artists. They don't get that fire under their ass to get better. And I know from fighting game experience or just gaming in general, the best way to learn is to be challenged, right? You'll never go into training mode and like learn everything and be good at something until you're actually like competing or like being tested or challenged by somebody else. And in the way that I think about getting better, like I think I may have said this in the FGC episode, but it's like if you watch somebody play against a player who's like about the same level as them, and they're being challenged enough to like learn, which would be like the good level of stress, where, I'm having a matchup in, I don't know, anything, Smash, Pokemon, let's just say regular sports so we're normal too, basketball, and I'm playing defense or offense against somebody and we're both about the same level, right? Like, maybe I'm a little bit better of a shooter, they're a little bit better of a offhand driver, whatever. And you're both actively mentally competing with each other in that moment. Every little adjustment you make, every little thing ends up giving you that marginal benefit. And then the other person counter adjusts and you start to improve and you start to actually learn by playing against somebody who's just a little bit better or worse or the same as you. You're challenged enough to grow, but not enough to be destroyed. Meanwhile, if you've ever played a video game that you sucked in, or you've ever tried to go play basketball with all the, the killers on Sunday at LA Fitness, you just get fucking shit stomped and you're like, I didn't learn anything from this because I'm so bad compared to these guys in so many avenues that I didn't take anything from that experience. And that's maximum stress. That's what we're describing, where you're just overwhelmed. There's nothing to even learn. There's nothing to gain. And all it is giving you negative feedback, right? It's just it's taking that stress that's conducted to growth and you're just overloading to the point where like the circuits are going to fail. And that's dangerous too. It's dangerous, even in that context, it's dangerous for your self-esteem, your confidence. Of course you shouldn't go compete with people who are going to kick your ass, because that's not good for you to feel challenged in that way. You should go compete with people that you have a fighting chance about, and even if you lose over and over, if you take something from it, then you're good. But everybody should be challenged but not crushed by life. Ideally, you should be challenged enough and be in a place where the stress in your life is conductive to growth, where it's challenging you to be better, versus crushing you by being overwhelming, by being uncontrollable, by being unadjustable, by feeling like it's just this mountain of things that you can't take care of or approach. And to that point, the final mountain that I can barely approach on Dantooine, before we abandon this grassy planet permanently, and we are going to go long today to get off of Dantooine, is definitely going to be fighting that asshole Mandalorian guy, who I feel like is out here in the Metale grounds. I feel like he's this way, right? Perhaps. I'm going to save just in case, because there's all sorts of stuff going on. Yeah, we are going long, boys. We are going Longinus. So this is the Metale. I think he's on the other side. Yeah, I feel like he's on the other side of this stuff. He might be in one of the courtyards, but I just want to find that dude, because I curb stomped his other homies, and I'm ready to curb stomp him too. We might be like underleveled to like do that mission, but I want to give it a try. I went up a level, everybody on the party went up a level since then, and it should be doable, at the very least. They might want me to like go stock up on things before we challenge them, but I'll save before I like fight them, because I wonder if I use an energy shield right before, if it'll work. No? Is this the right place? Dang, that Master Flurry did so much damage. God, I feel bad for the cat hound, honestly. Like, he's just been kind of literally thrown to the wolves here, you know? I think it's path south. It's definitely from one of these regions, because I know that this is the area where like you pop out and everything's black, because for whatever reason this area has this problem loading the texture, because this port of Kodor is terrible. It's just not good at all. Maybe it's the Grove. Let's see. It is this spot. It is this spot. That's where they are. They should be over there, because they're by where I killed all his other homies. Yep. Alright, we're gonna kill this cat hound over here, and then we'll go fight him. Dang! God, Zalbar just ended that dude. Alright, we're gonna save right here. D. And I will use some cure real quick. And we'll probably just wait for the Force to return here, because I absolutely need Night Speed and I absolutely need Force Aura, because I'm gonna be totally fucked. I'm gonna need everything. I'm gonna need my energy shields, my battle stimulants. I'm gonna make sure that the Wookiee has what he needs. I feel like his weapons aren't that strong. Missions Vibroblade. Do we even have any other Vibroblades? I feel like he ended those dudes so fast, like it didn't even matter. She's got my lightsaber. The Achani shield. Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. Use this item consumes 1 charge. Mandalorians don't fear melee combat. Maybe they wanted us to use these. Sonic and electrical damage. So I think that my dude probably needs the Mandalorian melee shield, because he is going to be getting into a fight with some freaking Mandalorians very soon. Resist versus slashing and a Sith energy shield, I guess. Can Zalbar equip anything on his chest? He can't because he's too big, I guess, right? Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that everybody's spec'd for this, because like I am actually kind of nervous that I'm just gonna get my ass kicked. Oh, I need the response package, right? Dex is Dex good? Should I be doing Dex or Constitution? I feel like response is better. Oh, and the light sands, awareness. +3 will is better, I think. Maybe I should give Bastila a weird visor too, so she can look like a dork like me. The neural band is +2. That sucks. This is much better. She can't do implants because she's the... Oh yeah, shit, do I have gauntlets too? Shit, I haven't even been wearing gauntlets this whole time. I have, never mind. Strength 2. Dang, look at all these. Yeah, I want this one. Strong boys. No, maybe we'll give Bastila that, and then give him the strength, and then her the will gauntlets, right? I think. Yeah, they're the Dex gauntlets. She can't have implants. He can have implants. We want him to have that, and he can't wear head stuff. That's why his stats are so crazy. I think this is about as good as we can do at the moment before we get into this.
Sure.
My guy is still recovering his force. You know what? We just saved. Let's just give it the college try, right? So I'm going to hit myself with the Mandalorian melee shield and the force and the night speed, and use night speed, and then use force aura, and then you use energy and night valor and night speed too.
Yes?
And then we're gonna get in this bitch right now. Blah blah blah, right? And then I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna just jump right in this bitch and kill Sharuk. Right? God damn, I took some damage. Bro, Basilisk gotta play the healer right now, dude. Cast the force shield.
I'm here.
Holy God. Sharuk is crazy strong. Stun him. And then Zalbar hit him with the nades. He's immune? He's immune to stuns? God damn, man, this guy's crazy. And then she casts heal. So it doesn't look like he can be stunned. Can you do the push? We're gonna lose this engage. I wonder if there's a way we can cheese this asshole. I mean, she's gonna die here, right? But if I can kill the Farouk dude, I just want to see if I can do it, because I might need to just come back, because he seems pretty strong.
Sure.
So I will use, again, so we'll get everybody our shields, right? Mandalorian,
Yes?
Sith energy, energy shield,
Yes?
and then you use night speed and force aura. We're going into the instance right here, boys.
here.
We're getting all the buffs up. Night valor. Use night and night speed.
Yes?
Yeah, boom. Everyone buff. Everyone's buff right now, dude.
I will.
Alright, so the question is, should everybody just be nading like hell right now? We're gonna just throw... God, yo! Basila, what are you doing?
What?
Just keep nading, bro. I'm just gonna nade these fools. Fuck the force, bro. You don't need force when you got grenades. Just nade. Just nade.
What?
They're all dead, I think. Right? Can you force push his ass so we can keep nading these guys?
Yes?
I don't care what it takes. And then, God, my dog is like, he's getting just hammered. We just need to spam cure.
Yes?
Just cure, just cure. Oh my God, bro. He gets one-shotted. I feel like Sharuk, like, he doesn't like, oh shit. He doesn't like take any like CC at all. Can you like, yeah, flurry this dude. Alright, so all the Mandalorians are dead now, right? I wish there was like, alright, advanced med pack, then use the shield, then you do that, then you use your Sith energy shield.
Yes?
Okay? Okay. You need to use another med pack. Dude, I feel like we can take this guy though, you know? Like, I feel like it's hard, but it's not impossible. Man, Zalbar's feet look whack. Ugh, I know, I lost. I know. Let me free. Let me be free. Alright, Sharuk. I feel like you have to clear the ads, right? Like, what can you do to stop Sharuk? Also, Basila, like, why the fuck was she not with us when we jumped in there, right? All the boys, like, went in there, guns a-blazing, and she was just, like, chilling, you know? And I feel like all these abilities, like, didn't work when we went in. Like, I need night speed, too, and force aura. And I need... Alright, so I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do this. I just want...
So this...
Alright, cool. So all the homies are here, right? I got all this good shit, right? So, I want the back line to get fragged. I want the front line to get fragged. And I want this dude to get fragged. Then I want, after that, your combat thing is to do that, right? Boom. Okay, so everybody's taking some damage. Zalbar, what are you doing? No, frag him. Forget that. Frag his ass. No, see, look, I click the grenade, and then he like has to go do his stupid thing. See? Oh, you guys can't see on the... Weird. Oh, I guess that's his last turn, right? Alright, so he's chucking another grenade. My buffs are still up. You forget all this crap, Basila. Don't just spam that, okay? The Mandalorian's taking a grenade. Now you are gonna pump this back line filled with cryoban grenades. Not Maybe, what, let's just try them, right? Because I feel like these are like ice grenades or something, right? And then Bastila, fuck, come on. Bastila is going to say, fuck all that noise, use Cure. And I am going to do Master Flurry. And then you are just going to keep chucking the nades. All the nades. There you go. We're actually making some progress here, right? So my dog is getting cut up over here, right? But cast your damn Cure, right? Alright, Cure got cast, right? Tailbell's about to get cut down again, right? Because he just sucks for some reason, right? And Shurk is really low right now. I feel like the nades, like the fact that we're just nading his ass constantly is a good thing. Fuck all this noise. Just keep chucking grenades, right? Alright. Cast Cure again. Then... Wait, is Taco Bell dead? No, he's not dead. Wait, I think he is dead. Yeah, he is. So stunned. They're stunned. So they're CC'd. Now what we do is Bastila, she needs to do advanced med pack now for her next turn. And then
I'm here.
Zalbar, you need to just cut this dude up. Like that, right? Damn. He got one shot? Bro. Zalbar, kill this dude. Zalbar, kill this dude. Zalbar, kill this dude. Yes! Alright. Then do energy shields. Then advance med pack self. And just keep healing yourself, dude. Just keep healing. Just blow all the med packs. Just blow all the med packs. Like, just Zalbar crush. Zalbar destroy. Just advance med pack. Zalbar crush. Hulk smash. Hulk smash. Energy shields. Yes. Here we go. God damn. Fuck. Just burn the med packs. Burn all the med packs. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Just keep hitting him with that power attack. You fucking got the backstab on the Jarek, dude. We fucking ended his shit. Boom! I'm never coming back to this fucking planet, boy. Oh, you thought you were hot shit? Well, then you weren't so hot when I put the Wookiee on you, boy. Bro, don't make me put the Wookiee on you, bitch. Come on. Look at your dead ass right there. I may be grabbing my side, but you're trying to grab hold to the earth as you get sucked into the light. You and your dead race. Thank you for all the lightsabers, asshole. All colors. Fuck that, dude. Feels good, man. I thought that was gonna be another albino cat hound situation, but no, dog.
I'm here.
Nah. Back to health. Cure. Jedi powers. Fuck you, asshole. Man. Ooh, that feels good. Feels good, man. It's always nice. I'm gonna go tell that guy that I got rid of all the raiders. And I'm sure he will be chuffed to bits, as the English would say. But yeah, when you're stressed, you gotta cull the root of the stress. It's not enough to self-medicate. You gotta get right to the bottom of it. You gotta portion and you gotta go. And when you gotta cut it out where it lives. And if cutting it out is killing one of these stupid motherfucking Mandalorian assholes who just is gonna spam you on your weak defensive stats and, you know, kill you always first in the party, despite the fact that you should be the strongest because you're the protagonist character, and usually the protagonist character is pretty strong, then you're just gonna have to, you know, deal with that motherfucker. But yeah, let's go tell that guy that we finally avenged his family and his people. All these jerks that have been ruining this fine planet of Dantooine for everybody, even if we have to squash a cat hound on the way. Oh man, it took some deeps. That's what again, I've said it a million times, but I don't like the fact that stats are differential in this game, where if you have somebody with another dex build that's slightly higher than you, you'll never be able to hit him, and also all your feats make you even worse. So it's like you just tip you if you're a little bit worse than an enemy, if you use any feats against them, you will pretty much make yourself horrible against the enemy that you're already bad against. But yeah, let's go tell John that the boys have been avenged.
Now those Mandalorians know what it's like to be hunted, but now that you've killed some of them, they won't stop.
Yeah, I killed their leader too.
Thank you, young master. My daughter can now, I think, rest in peace. Here is the reward I promised you.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Again, I thank you.
It was a lot to kill that dude. Thanks for the bun bun. Alrighty, let's GTFO off this planet and get out of here. Who knows where our galactic quest will take us? Maybe Korriban, maybe Tatooine, maybe Manan. Where's Juhani? Where did she go? That's where I came in from. I think this is the way back out. Going to the ship. See you later, Jedi. We are finally on our quest off of the planet. What's up, Dizra? This is the guy from the investigation. I loved that side quest. Monsters of pure evil. Creatures that are born of the dark side. The worst of these abominations is the Tarantadic, a beast that feeds on the blood of those who are strong in the forest. And I have fallen to them. What makes them so dangerous? It's a predator. They have an inborn resistance to the Force. They dwell in the most dangerous and darkest of places. One hasn't been seen in 40 years. The war against Exar Kun. Exar Kun was one of the original great Sith. There are rumors of Tarantadic on Korriban, the planet of the birthplace of the Sith. That is where Exar Kun was corrupted during the first Sith War. Three Jedi were Three Jedis have been killed by the Tarantadic. Well, I'll be sure to tell him if I ever kill one of those bastards. But let's go and continue our quest. I mean, good God, I've been doing this for months, and I've just now gotten past what is technically the first level. A lot of people consider Taurus to be a tutorial.
Yeah, what do you want? Stim, here's a speed. There anything?
Hey, I got a speed stim. I haven't actually been in the ship yet, I just realized. Like, I haven't really spent any time in the ship chilling with people. I think this is a map. Oh wait, what the fuck, Juhani?
I feel I must apologize for the way I acted towards you before in the Grove. It was wrong of me.
Damn right.
I am sorry for attacking you. I am sorry for thinking you would only try to kill me. I hope that by helping you in your task, I may redeem myself in your eyes, and in my own. Thank you. I can only...
Yay, I got Juhani. Alright, how do I get the fuck out of here? Is it possible that I can leave the system? Continue onwards? The cockpit, that's where I want to go. Dantooine. So we can pick Kashyyyk, Yavin, Korriban, Manaan, or Tatooine. I think a lot of people end up going to Tatooine first when they're looking through the Starforge, so I think that's where we're going to go. And we'll go straight to Anchorhead, which is the capital of Tatooine, I believe. So let's do it. Let's be on our way. A cutscene that doesn't show up, I'm going to have to edit in. Oh, it's exciting to finally be done with this fucking planet. But it was good. It was a great planet. Lots of cool quests, lots of fun stuff. A wonderful game in general. So I think that's going to be it. And it's been quite a ride. I think it almost feels like this was 2 hours, but maybe I could be wrong. But regardless, we have continued our adventure onward to the planet of Tatooine. And, oh shit, there's some shit happening. Darth Cute Hat. Darth Perfect Jawline. Or maybe he has no jawline and that's why he's compensating. It's like a next level beard, right? You just get like a bunch of metal and stick it right there. How many ninjas with ninja scars do you think have weak jawlines on average?
Meditation. Have you learned how she escaped the destruction of Taris?
She was aided by Karth Onasi, a decorated war hero of the Republic and a legendary soldier. During the Mandalore Wars, he was honored many times for his bravery.
You know this man?
Yes, Lord Malak. He served under me when I still followed the Republic. You could say I was his mentor.
Interesting. How did you acquire this information, Admiral?
An eyewitness, Lord Malak.
Ooh, Calo Nord.
Calo Nord, a bounty hunter, was there when Bastila and Karth escaped the planet. Apparently, they left him for dead.
A Jedi and a war hero. It's a wonder you survived the encounter.
I am hard to kill, Lord Malak.
He's like, even when the whole ship frickin' falls on my back, I have great health insurance, and I'm covered in space. God, health insurance must be a nightmare in space, you know? It's like, we only cover knee injuries sustained during space travel within 10,000 kilometers of the exterior of the planet. Afterwards, we classify that as an exterior space injury or a deep space injury, and that you're going to have to pay predominantly out of pocket, I'm afraid, sir. This guy's having a restless night about his... He's like, oh, I should have switched to Coruscant Blue. I've been stuck here with Etna for years. My coverage is waning. I could have just gone with the Cigna I get from the workplace, but that doesn't cover me when I'm on vacation in Manaan. And I always think I'm gonna get injured when I jump off of those big rock walls diving into the pools below. It's like, why even have health insurance if it's not gonna cover you, you know? Dang, this looks like Lego Tatooine right now. I think this literally looks like Lego Star Wars. Like if I put like a side by side, it probably looks pretty similar, actually. Oh god, this cutscene did not age well. But anyways, as I was saying, hopefully there's no more dialogue.
The Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Dantooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate waste.
Yet it's the most common movie in planet in Star Wars.
Perhaps, though that would have been tens of thousands of years in the past. Now there's nothing but the howling emptiness of the Dune Sea. The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Indeed. But anyways, as I've been trying to say 3 different times, welcome to Tatooine. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.